Great, we are recorded now. So the current call, because we have in most of the cases one call per year. So the current call will close on the 5th of February, and the total budget of the current call is around 99.5 million euros. But for the unit cost, let's see the next slide. There are two types of contributions. First of all, we have a top-up allowance, and this contributes to the travel, accommodation, and subsistence cost of the seconded staff member, which is, and this is a very important detail, on the top of the salary that is paid by the sending organization. In the meantime, the institutions could receive two type of unit cost. The first is for research, training, and networking activities that contribute directly to the researcher's career development. So just to give you a couple of examples, we can think of spending this amount on organizing conferences or organizing trips that are related to the work or to the project. There could be trainings or language courses. In your case, what could be particularly relevant that you can also finance visa-related fees and other travel expenses. While the management and indirect contribution should cover the beneficiaries' additional costs, again in connection with the action. So these could be personal costs for project management or coordination or other type of indirect cost. The unit contributions has been increased for the current call. So this is the first year that the amount is higher. We know that there is still a lot to do here, but we wanted to address the needs of our researchers and participating staff. So this is a good start already if you want to participate in the program. And I think I will stop there, and my colleague Nancy will tell you more about the technicalities on the program, on how to apply, some tricks and tips, and then we will have the chance to discuss a bit more if you have questions. So that's all on my side. Thank you very much, and I will try to stop sharing my screen. Do you still see my screen?
No, we don't.
Okay, I managed.
Thank you very, very much for this good introduction to the MSCA Staff Exchange. And I would continue with your words and give the floor right to Nancy for the administrative MSCA Staff Exchange part. I cannot hear you, but I feel this doesn't count much today, but also very good to see you, Ahmed. You're up next. But we are still waiting to have Nancy back on the floor.
I think now it should be fine.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
All right, good. All right, so I will put on the camera. So my name is Nancy Jokoto-Pomenia, and I work for the European Research Executive Agency in the MSCA Staff Exchanges unit. I will now open the presentation so that you can have a look at it. So what we are doing, we are taking care more of the implementation strand of the program, while DG EAC is more into the programming and thinking. And now my presentation will go into the gist of the matter, meaning on how to get the money, how to get funds and get a proposal approved. So I'm going to tell you very briefly what is the presentation about. First of all, not sure if, Marie Sklodowska-Curie action, I really like this quote when she said that nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. And I like this quote because I think it's pretty true in the current situation. And since I worked for Africa EU Dialogue for maybe about 15 years, before to join the agency, I thought this sentence was appropriate also in terms of the relation between the two continents. So with no further ado, I'm going to continue. And first of all, I took out many aspects of the presentation since they were already tackled by Dora, but I would like to come back on some of the key issues that I thought were important to highlight, such as the eligibility of secondments, because secondments are really at the heart of our program. We finance research and innovation mobility. So
Nancy, one short introduction. I don't know if you wish to share slides, but if you do, we do not see them.
You don't see the slides. Oh, okay, thanks. Well, then I'm going to try to, I thought you were seeing the slides. Okay, let me
we have a very active chat here. They are complaining.
They're
so thank you for checking. Thanks a lot. This is appreciated a lot.
Yay. Well, let me see if I can. I thought that you could see the slides. Well, just 1 second then. I have to go there again, I think. Yes, so I think you are here. And I think I need to say start screen sharing. And if I say entire screen, share. Can you see my screen now? Can you see something?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Currently,
I don't.
But you're sharing your downloads, so this is a wrong screen. But now we're there. Now we can see a PowerPoint.
I think now you can see it, right? Is it okay?
Yes.
No? Great. Okay. So I'm gonna continue. You already saw this wonderful picture. I told you the code, but now you see the picture. And I will continue with the eligibility of secondments in Europe and in associated countries, because, as I was saying, secondments are really at the heart of our program. We mostly finance mobility, so this is important to know that it's not a research program as such, it's a research and innovation mobility program. And we finance exchanges between research and innovation staff. So for them to be eligible, you can see from the slide that we finance secondments between EU member states and associated countries, called beneficiaries, between academic and non-academic stakeholders. When it is between academic and academic stakeholders, or non-academic and non-academic stakeholders within Europe, we only accept 1/3 of the secondments if they are done in different disciplines. Now, what is important for you today, because you are mostly based outside of Europe, is that we also finance international secondments. And in this case, as you can see, it's quite straightforward. We finance secondments between EU member states and associated countries beneficiaries to low and medium income third countries. But we also finance secondments between low and medium income third countries to Europe. We also finance secondments from EU member states associated countries, being non-academic or academic, to high-income third countries. But what we don't finance, and I really want you to see this cross here, we don't finance high-income third country secondments to Europe. And we don't finance as well third country to third country secondments. I know my colleague already mentioned those things, but I think it's important to say again that the top-up allowance is 5,010 euro. So most of the funds are now allocated to the staff allowance, 2,710 euro, and 2,300 are for the organization. So the first category is called category A, and this is really what we look at. And it finances mostly, like the plane tickets, the fees that you spend on a secondment, like comment on dit l'habitation, je sais plus. House allowance, yes. And then the rest is for the organization, for the management of the project, and all the indirect costs. What is interesting with this program is it's a bottom-up, so it really can finance a wide range of mobility in a wide range of fields. So you can really choose what the project will be about. And this is, not going to go too deep into that because my colleague already said it, but the secondment, is quite straightforward. It has to range from 1 to 12 months. And it can also be splitted as long as at the end of the secondment, it reaches 1 month. Well, this has already been mentioned by Dora, so I'm not going to go into it. Okay, now let's go into the gist of the matter on how to submit a proposal. So this presentation is quite timely because we currently have a call open. And this call has been open on the 19th of September and will close on the 5th of September 2025. The total budget is almost 100 million euros. And therefore, it's the time to build consortia. As you can see from the timeline, the applicants will be notified the results in July 25, and the grant agreement signature will be done around November 25. And the first EU-funded projects should start around November 25. There are a few changes that should be highlighted. For instance, the unit cost has been increased to 5,010 euro. The staff allowance was also increased because of the inflation worldwide. And this year budget is also 20 million more than previous years. And the UK is back as a beneficiary. One key issue, especially for associated partners, is that you don't need anymore a letter of commitment to be considered eligible. Now, concretely, if you want to do a proposal, there is a portal that is called the EU Funding and Tender Portal. So you just type that in Google, and then you arrive directly on this page, EU Funding and Tender Portal. So on the left side, on the menu, you will see here that you go and you search for the call MSCA Staff Exchanges 2024. Right? So you go and you look for that, MSCA Staff Exchanges 2024. And then here under conditions and documents, you will see all the material that you need to apply. Mostly, this consists of different type of documents. The MSCA work program and annexes will give you the overall framework so you can understand the spirit of the call and the frame. And you will have a series of documents, and the most important one is the proposal templates. So you will see how to fill in the proposal. A very useful tool is also the FAQ, so the frequently asked questions. So how to start writing your proposal? As you can see from the screen, you have to access the electronic submission service by clicking on the submission button next to the type of action and the type of model agreement that corresponds to your proposal. You will be then asked to confirm your choice, as it cannot be changed in the submission system. Once you confirm, you will be linked to the correct entry point. Then after, to access existing draft proposals for this topic, you will have to log in to the funding and tender portals and select My Proposal page of My Area section. All right. Then I want to go a bit more into this slide, because I think this slide is key for your proposal to be accepted. The evaluation of your proposal will be done around 3 criteria: excellence, impact, quality and efficiency of the implementation. This is really important and crucial, because this will explain you how to be having your proposal funded. So the most important criteria, as you can see, is excellence, which is rated 50%. And here, what the evaluators will be doing is that they will assess the relevance, the pertinence, and quality of the research and innovation objectives, whether they are ambitious and whether they really add something to the state of the art. Then, under this criteria, the evaluators will also evaluate the proposed methodology, including the 3 I's approach, meaning interdisciplinarity, intersectionality, and international dimension of the program. And they will also take into consideration the gender dimension and other diversity aspects. Last but not least, because this program is really about creating synergies among stakeholders that are from different fields and disciplines and countries, they will really assess how the interaction between the participating organizations will contribute to the research and innovation objectives. So how there will be some knowledge transfers among those organizations, and how this will stimulate research leading to innovation and concrete outputs and products. After that, they will also have a look at the impact, which also represent a major part of the evaluation. And here, it's 30%, as you can see here below. And here, they will really look about the long-term impact of your project. So they will want to make sure that when your project is over, there will still be long-lasting research collaborations and transfer of knowledge, so that not everything stops when your project is over. And they will look at whether the project had a big impact on your organization, on the researchers that have been sent on secondments, on their career perspectives, on whether this program really enabled them to build further their skills, and whether the results that have been achieved through the program will be, long-lasting. And of course, in terms of impact, they will assess whether your project will have a real impact in terms of, for the society, for the economy, for the environment, in Europe and worldwide. Last point, which is also important and that some people tend to neglect, but that is key and crucial, is the quality and efficiency of the implementation. This part is really important because without a good implementation, even if you have bright ideas, your project will not be implemented in a good way. Therefore, they will have a look at the work plan, assess whether you have really thought how to mitigate the risks in the life cycle of your project, and also if proper hosting arrangements have been thought for for the secondees. Now, concretely, how to find your partners. So there are different possibilities to find partners. First of all, I mean, through your networks. So, I mean, you go to conferences or workshops. You can also build on former or current collaborations. You can also join different projects together. There is the Funding and Tender Portal, Opportunities Portal, and there is the MSCA Matchmaking Platform, as well as the European Enterprises Network. All in all, you can also contact the national contact point, who should have some references and guide you into how to find a partner. So you can see here how to find partners in the Funding and Tender Opportunities portal. There is a specific section here that is called Partner Search. So you go there and you type the type of partners that you want. Now I'm gonna give you a few tips and tricks. First of all, you have to closely follow the core requirements, because if you don't, then you may end up providing a proposal that doesn't correspond at all to the guidelines, and this will have major consequences on the success of your grant. And then you have to highlight the EU dimension, of course, because it's an EU program, even though there is an international dimension to it, but this is an important part. Then the sustainability of the collaboration, as mentioned earlier, really show the long and medium-term impact. Follow the available guidelines, of course, and then don't hesitate to have a second opinion, either from a peer or from the national contact points. Now, in terms of synergies between the Marie Slotowska-Curie Action Staff Exchanges and other grants, I want to highlight that the MSCA Staff Exchanges project, as I was saying, is a research and innovation mobility program. Therefore, it doesn't finance salaries, it finances travel, it finances accommodation, it finances subsistence when you go to another country, and it finances the management costs related to the staff exchanges. So if you want to combine this program with another one, please make sure that this program doesn't finance travel, doesn't finance accommodation, does not finance subsistence costs, and does not finance management costs. So if you have more questions about all that, you have a research inquiry service, and you can contact them to have further information on research and Horizon Europe. And with this, I will end my presentation, and I hope you found it is useful.
Thank you very, very much. I personally, at least, found it very helpful. And we already have 2 questions in the chat, so I want to take the opportunity to already ask them now. So the first one is, I am from Nigeria. Am I allowed to apply?
Yes, you are. I mean, as an individual or as an organization, you are allowed to apply. I mean, as an individual, you can participate in the secondment. What will happen is that in the Staff Exchanges program, the funds are given first to the beneficiaries based in Europe and in associated countries. It's just for administrative simplicity. But now the beneficiaries will send and transfer the funds to the associated partners that are based in different countries, including Nigeria. So as a Nigerian entity, it would be possible, but you have to be part of a consortia that is composed of minimum 3 entities. I hope this is clear.
I was too quick in unmuting myself again. No, thank you. I hope this answered the question. And then the second question we have already gotten is, are only EU-based organizations allowed to lead and coordinate a MSCA staff action?
Yes. Yes, legally, indeed, it is always a beneficiary that coordinates work packages. But now within the consortia, I guess there can be some informal arrangements, but legally and officially, the lead of the work packages and the coordination of the program is done by beneficiaries.
Thank you. I think also a very clear and helpful answer. And it seems you're answering so well that we are getting more questions. So let me take these two, and then we will move on to Ahmed for Euraccess Africa. So one other question is, does the country correction code also apply for the staff exchanges?
That's a country?
The country correction code. So I assume the one which calculates how much budget you get depending on the country you are in.
Are you talking about the coefficient rates that could be applied in case you go to different countries? I'm not sure that I understood your question.
This is how I understand the question as well. Yes.
Okay. So in fact, at the moment, there is no coefficient. It's always the same lump sum that is provided to the secondee. There are some reflections ongoing about that because we want to improve the program. But for the moment, there is no coefficient depending on which countries you go to.
Thank you very much. And one last question. I don't even know if it is more yours or Ahmed's, but we have one person saying who is eligible for the MSCA matchmaking platform and who isn't. This person has applied for it and is still not approved, or their profile is not yet activated. I don't know if this is a question you can answer.
Does Ahmed want to answer this question? Maybe he has a reply for that?
Yeah, maybe. I was thinking it's more of Ahmed's question.
Exactly. So I think Ahmed will be the perfect candidate for answering to this question.
All right, then let's do it this way. Thanks a lot to you, Nancy. I think it was a fantastic presentation.
Great.
Thanks also to you, Dora, for all the overview from the policy level. And I would continue with giving the floor to Ahmed to first answer the question, and then please also directly continue with your presentation.
Again, thanks a lot for this nice invitation. I'm glad to be with you today. So before answering this question, I want to, if possible, to give the floor to Cristina Gomez. Cristina, she's with us in this meeting, and she is expert also in MSCA, and she can provide us more information about participation in MSCA Staff Exchange. Of course, I will do that in my presentation. I will try to explain and to present Euraccess Africa services, but Tanya, if possible to do that or not?
Of course, I have just granted Christina moderator rights, so she should be able to take the floor now.
Hear me now, or you can see?
Yes.
Yes, it looks like it.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Tanya. I will not take much of your time. Thank you, Ahmed, because actually Ahmed is the one who's going to be providing a lot of information of Euraccess services. Just to quickly explain what this question on MSCA platform. the matchmaking platform is about. I am actually the project coordinator of Euraccess Worldwide, and Ahmed will guide you through the different activities that Euraccess Africa does to promote mobility and to support mobility between Africa and the European Union. But just to let you know that there's also another project, another initiative, that is a project financed for the national contact points for the Marie-Skłodowska actions. Within this project, there's actually what it's called the MSCA matchmaking platform. The idea of the matchmaking platform is to allow for specific meetings between NCPs, research managers, researchers, and institutions. Now, there has been actually for the staff exchange call specific matchmaking events, and I think this is the one the guest is referring to. Now, to be validated for that event, it was important and essential to have a market idea validated, meaning it was not only about being part of the platform, but also showing what was the interest behind it. And that actually validated each of the profiles. The platform and the MSCA Net project will keep on running very shortly with a different name. But I really suggest you, encourage you to, if possible, just have a look at the website also and see what's there for you. So that was everything that I wanted to contribute to, and I will give the floor to Ahmed. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Chris, for this presentation. I will try to share my screen before that. Okay. Okay, Tanya, tell me if my screen already shared or not, just to...
Perfect and in presentation mode.
Okay, nice. Okay, so today I will try to present Euraccess Africa and Euraccess Africa services. And let me start by presenting our team. Me, I'm based in Tunisia, and my colleague Idil Fana, he is based in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. And both we cover the whole continent, and we try to be in touch with all R&I actors in Africa and connect them to stakeholders in Europe. And before that, I will try to present Euraccess Worldwide, who we are. First of all, Euraccess Worldwide is EU initiative supported by the European Commission. It's all-in-one networking platform and information tool to talented researchers on the move to explore and develop careers in Europe. It links researchers in the worldwide, mainly from Africa to Europe, to foster scientific collaboration, and all services of Euraccess are free of charge. And we provide free access to information about research in Europe. We provide opportunities for research funding, including European Research Council grants, MSCA, Horizon Europe programs, and we organize and we give practical tips to pursue a scientific career in Europe, and we provide the international collaboration and transnational mobility opportunities. Of course, the network is open to all nationalities, research fields, and at all levels, from master degree, PhD student, doctor, postdoc, researchers, senior researchers, and many organizations worked in the field of research and innovation. What you see here is the map of worldwide, and actually we are 9 hubs in the world. So as you see, Euraccess Africa hub launched in 2022, and me and my colleague Fana, we are both in the continent. We try to cover, as you see, some figures about, for example, the more than 120,000 researchers regularly informated by Euraccess Worldwide hubs, and we organized over 2,300 events since the launch of Euraccess Worldwide. So in Euraccess in general, you can see, can find a lot of opportunities related to jobs, funding, and you can see some tools related to hosting, to partner search, to see the career development, to look to information, to assistance, and there is your access national portals and there is your access worldwide. In the Your Access platform, when you click on the network, you will see the Your Access worldwide, and after that, you will be able to connect to the hubs, 9 hubs in the world. Of course, there is a lot of options in this portal. And the main tasks and main services, we first of all, for us as Your Access Africa, the first task is it's the management and the development of Your Access Africa network. Second one is support of African researchers and promoting European research opportunities to African researchers. And finally,
Yes, hello everyone. Ahmed is also frozen for me. Let's wait a few more seconds and hope he will get back to us soon. Sorry. Or of course, Christina, if you feel comfortable continuing, please also feel free to do so. We have lost you for a second, Ahmed, but we can see you again.
Sorry for that. I'm not able to see that. It is okay or not now? It's okay?
We can see you, but you're not sharing the slides any longer.
Okay, I will try to share my again my screen. Okay, so I'll try the whole screen, and now actually you see the screen or not? Tanya?
Not yet, no.
Oh, I don't know why. Okay. I will try to stop sharing my screen again. I will try to do the same.
Yeah, I think it's because we lost you, so it also lost the
I don't know
connection.
why. I don't know. For me, it's okay, but let's try. No problem.
These
Okay.
things happen, don't worry.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Okay. And again. And now?
No, I don't see it yet, sorry.
Okay. I'm trying to see. Okay. And now?
No.
Okay. I don't know why.
But please just continue, and then we will
No.
share the slides with everyone after the event. That's all right.
Okay. I will try to do my best to explain. So we have organized a lot of missions, a lot of events, on-site events, online events, and in many countries in Africa, in North Africa, in Sub-Saharan Africa, we try to be connected with the researchers, with the university, with some universities, with the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research in many countries, and we have succeeded a lot of things since the launch of Your Access Africa Hub since 2022, And actually, we have more than 16,000 contacts in our database from R&I actors in Africa. We promote EU opportunities. We promote Horizon Europe and Pillar 1, like MSCA ERC. We promote Pillar 2 also, and we try to organize practical workshops, beginning by the creation of EU login, the PIC number, and many details related to the use of the FTOP portal and how to become a partner in Horizon Europe. We give a lot of tips and a lot of assistance about that because we know that there is a lot of potential in Africa, and we try to be a facilitator in order to give information in the way to be eligible to participate in Horizon Europe. And of course, actually, we visited Ethiopia, Kenya, Rwanda, South Africa, Cameroon, Nigeria, Senegal, Egypt, Morocco, and we will try to be next year in many new countries like Uganda, Angola, and Gabon, Benin. We'll try to be there also to make new connections with stakeholders, with decision makers. Of course, we work in strong collaboration with the EU delegation to African Union and the EU delegation in the country, and of course with the DGRTD and European Commission. So for next year, we will organize some useful events in order to promote the Africa Initiative 3 and the Mediterranean Initiative 2. We will have the call, I think it will be in April, and in April we will start the communication about those opportunities in order to involve more and more African organizations from North Africa and from Sub-Saharan Africa. We try to inform them about those opportunities. We will try to organize also online events related to ERC, and of course MSCA Africa webinars. We'll try to organize MSCA postdoctoral fellowships, MSCA doctoral networks, and MSCA Staff Exchange for 2025. And we have each year we have the COST webinar for Africa in order to enhance the collaboration and the mobility between researchers based on Africa and researchers based on Europe. So I will try to share with you my presentation, and you will see there is a lot of links, useful links. You can click on and you see its link, and you can connect with us with your Access Africa. It's free. I will put the link in the discussion. You can sign up for free membership to your Access Africa. You will receive each week a lot of information through our flash notes and, of course, newsletter and social media. That's all for me. I hope that sorry for this. I don't know why the sharing screen is not on, but it's okay. Tanya, thanks for the invitation, and I will share with you today the presentation of your access.
Fantastic. Very many thanks to you, and I hope everyone sees that there are many opportunities from Your Access Africa for you. So I have not received a specific question for you, only the wish that you should come to Libya. We have received this wish.
Yes. I will be there in 25 because participated online last year, but I hope that I'll be on site in Libya in order to promote your Access Africa services, and we try to connect researchers from Libya to be there in Horizon Europe opportunities. We see that there is a lot of opportunities, and we are here to give the needed assistance as your Access Africa hub.
Perfect, thanks. And also another wish, Zimbabwe should also be on your list, Ahmed.
Yes, of course. We try when we have the new connection with the new country, and we try to be in touch with the EU delegation. It will be an official event. We try to be in touch with the stakeholders, decision makers in this country, and we will be on site, of course, but we can start with online events in order to present everything, and after this online event, we can do a mission. Me or my colleague will be there on site. We will try to collaborate with the EU delegation to African Union in order to have the official connection and be there to have a good and great event.
Fantastic. And lots of thanks from the chat to you. So thanks from us, Libre and MSC Advocacy, but also the chat. So fantastic. As you know, we have now reached the end of our presentations in the plenary, and we can now go to the breakout rooms. I just remind you of our two options. Room number 1 is navigating the MSCA proposal preparation process together with Tetiana and Irina, both MSCA Staff Exchange researchers in the MSCA Staff Exchange project EWALD. And then our second option is building interdisciplinary and international collaborations with Mokhtar, Director, Science, Technology and Innovation at the Algerian Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research. So here in both rooms, you will get an introduction from the experts and then have the chance to raise your question and exchange a little. We have taken a little longer for our presentations, but we will close again in 30 minutes those breakout rooms so that we can finish on time, because we know all your time is very valuable. So to attend the breakout rooms, please click on the lower button of your screen, and there are two icons with some small people. And then if you go down, there are two options, and you can click on the button Join. So please click on the button Join for room number 1 or room number 2, depending on which session you would like to go to. If you have difficulties doing that, you can also write in the chat and I can try to assist you there. And from the logistical side, Leonard, I would go for room number 1, and you can go to room number 2 together with my colleague Lisa, who I've also seen is here with us now. So please feel free to go to the breakout room of your choice now, and we will start there as soon as we have gotten quite a good number in each room. So in case you are still having troubles finding the button, look for the list of all participants and then go down to the bottom, and there you do have the option to go to the correct room. So again, let me try and share my screen with you to show you how to get to the correct room. 1 second. So let me try it here. So what I do, and I hope you can see my screen now. go down here, and then you scroll down all this list and you see the correct room. I see many people have already joined their room, so this is good. I will try to assign some of you, and then I also have to jump to the next room, please. And also, everyone, you can unmute yourselves now. So if you have any questions, please ask, and I try to navigate you.
I'm sorry, I still can't join room number 1. I can't seem to scroll to the bottom of the list of participants. Can you kindly help me, please? I want to join room number 1. Please. Thank you.
My screen is a little frozen now myself, so I cannot